Coming up on this episode of The Village Idiom.
But it would be kind of sad if it did come from that every time an actor goes on stage, it's like, hey, John Wilkes Booth, presidential assassination.
Dum dum da da, Village Idiom.
Hello and welcome to The Village Idiom.
We are a podcast that every week chooses a popular saying to take a shallow but hopefully comedic and once in a while even interesting dive into its meaning, its usage, its oranges. But also we're going to use it to hang our otherwise directionless conversation on. My name is Jurassic Mark.
And I'm Skitty.
Good to see you.
And good to see you as well. It has been a bit.
It's been a bit. People don't know this because we've been still pumping them out, but we actually took almost a month off, right?
Yeah, we record weekly, but this past few weeklies we've been doing doubled ups. So because I was away and you were in some transitions and thought it would be nice to have the little break.
How was your break?
It was amazing.
Yeah, you were just saying a little surfing.
Oh man, we surfed, we kayaked, we bicycled around Gabriola Island. Ooh,
with your own bikes or
I borrowed a family bike. So because
the campsite over, they had bikes.
Just keep on. I'd be so terrible losing someone's bike.
Do you still have your electric bike?
I gave my electric bike to my father-in-law, who went and had a fantastic bike expedition and was literally standing with the bike and fell over and it broke his hip. It was it was a heavy bike. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it was like the first electric bikes that were like a thing.
But where's the bike? I mean, how is he?
He broke his hip and hospitaled and all the rest of that. But he's gone on to get his own His own hip. So yeah. He's more machine than man now.
Doesn't need a electric
it's
bike.
Like Darth Vader, except just the hips
presses
down.
A button and he turns into a bike lower half.
So it's fantastic.
Well, welcome back. It's good to be back. It's middle of summer and it's all about those family times and breaks and vacations and trips and new experiences. So
1 minute you're on a break, next thing you're breaking something.
Yeah, seriously. Did you break something? Have you ever broken something? Have you ever broken a bone? Have you broken your nose? Pinky toe? I've
broken my thumb, wrist, arm twice. Yeah.
Wow.
All in the same arm, but not at the same time. It's just the one apparently lame-o arm, my right arm. Really? I broke the thumb in goal in soccer where I caught the ball this way, like straight on, and it snapped my thumb back. But the important part was I made the save.
Playing with a medicine ball? Like, how's that possible?
You never think kids could kick it that hard, but they can.
Wow.
And so broke a thumb that way. The second break, I went over my handlebars with this area in Victoria where I grew up called the Ravine, and hit into this rock.
This is like a scene out of Goonies or something.
Stand by me. Over the ledge, and he tried something new and died. And so I'll
meet you at the ravine.
That was the ravine.
Yeah.
Nothing good happened at the ravine. We were BMXing through the ravine, hit a rock, and went over my handlebars, landed on my arm, and broke an arm. But the next
where's
one,
that bike?
Yeah,
Gave that to your father-in-law?
That was Kuahara.
Oh, Kuahara.
Diamondback.
That's like...
I know.
Oh.
I thought I'd throw that name out
That's
there.
like grade 7 dream right there.
The Kui.
Yep. Oh. Man.
Sorry.
Those of you in your mid-40s are all having goosebumps right now.
Yeah, we need a time machine to go back to those good old days.
The Kui Diamondback.
And then the next break was...
I had the hybrid where you could buy a BMX kit to turn whatever banana seat bike you had to make it look like a BMX.
Like just decals? That's like Kuahara?
No, like you swapped out wheels and a different seat and a different handlebars and padding. Remember, did you have the padding?
Oh, yeah. Where it was basically the equivalent... Well, it was the equivalent of like a pool noodle.
Yes.
That went around any parts where you could damage yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the cross beam, so you didn't get groined.
Okay, sorry, I cut you off. I got excited.
And so, but the epic arm break was... I used to play this game with my sister. And many of you will remember such a game where one of you, the stronger one, in this case my sister because she was 4 years older, be on her back and put her feet up in the air like a frog, and you would sit on the person's feet and they would frog kick you off their feet.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
and launch across a room or into the pillows or whatever. And we laid out the pillows and the cushions and the couch and all the rest of that. Well, she launched me, went over, landed on my arm and broke it. So not particularly her fault, but she was accomplice to the thing.
Well, this is much better stories than
yes,
I
not
thought we were
break a leg, but breaking other things. I'm basically Evel Knievel.
Yeah. All these stunts.
All in the same arm.
Is it all the same break, like same spot?
No.
No, just the same, just the right hand side.
Yeah, I'm like glass.
Well, I have broken nothing but my heart.
Oh dear.
Yeah,
that's sad.
I haven't broken a single bone. Nothing.
Have you broken some hearts?
Probably.
Yeah.
I think so. I'd rather not talk about it. Hey,
whatever.
Listen to this.
Sure.
Grab your scripts, people. We open in 20 minutes. Break a leg. I said break a leg. For God's sake, man, it's a figure of speech. You're fired.
And yes, that was The Simpsons. I couldn't not use that clip.
Mr. Birds.
Today's idiom is break a leg.
Break a leg, been there.
That's
Haven't
why
done
we're
that.
sharing all the broken bone stories. So never broken a leg, but I have been on stage where people have said break a leg, which of course is where this comes from. The phrase break a leg is kind of a happy send off for actors going on stage, especially on opening night, and it's relatively speaking, it means good luck.
Apparently, it's bad juju to say good luck.
Correct.
There's bad actor juju.
There's actually an enormous amount of superstition in theater, and so I was nerdy drama kid in high school, and and there was all sorts of things you just didn't do. So you never say good luck. You can say bad luck. That's actually okay, because then the opposite should happen. But the more common one is break a leg, and we'll get into origins in a little while here. But my drama. Do you say drama or drama?
Depends on the scenario.
Like scenario or scenario?
Scenario.
Okay.
Yeah.
My dad says drama. I say drama.
Well, it's a drama company, but I don't want to get involved in all your drama.
Oh. I don't want to get involved in all your... I think I do the same thing. Wow. Okay. So my drama teacher, he had funny superstitions, and he wore the same outfit on. He wasn't performing. He's
like
the director.
Like a white mask across.
He wore
half
this
his face.
sweater turtleneck and this medallion. He told us, "Hey, listen, I wear a medallion on opening night. It's a superstition thing." We're like, "Okay, whatever." But then when he wore it, I was like, "Oh my goodness!" Like, imagine. Have you ever seen those like macrame hang on the wall, like owl? You know what I mean? Like, It's all woven together. It was like a metal it wasn't an owl, but it was like that big. Like, it took up his whole chest. Like, woven together metal. Like,
that's hilarious.
Like, bulletproof vest.
He comes in like that rapper. What's his name?
Flavor
Flav.
Right? Flavor Flav. Yeah, like that size medallion of metal interworking.
That's funny.
Anyway, superstition. So, well, you know what? Let's do this thing we like to do. You ready for this?
Yeah, I'd love me some origins.
I said some words. Where'd they go? Where'd they go? No one can know. I turned around and looked behind. Those words came from another mind. Origins.
Okay, the origins of this. We were talking about superstitions already, and you're right, you cannot say good luck. But there's other ones that are across the board. Across the bard. Like
across the bard, eh?
Across the bard. Apparently it's bad luck to whistle in theater. But what if your scene requires whistling?
Yeah.
Must be an exception.
Like some theatrical catcalling or something.
Yeah, that must be different. So maybe bad luck for an audience member? Who is it bad luck for? When? Like, why would you be whistling unless that was actually called for in your part? Like backstage, maybe?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
Anyway, it's bad luck to whistle in theater.
Okay.
In a theater. So maybe when there's not an audience, when you're just setting up and... it is bad luck to say the final line of a play during dress rehearsal. So you just cut it off early. You don't say the final line during dress rehearsal. Or to say the name of the quote-unquote the Scottish play in theater's green room. Do you know the Scottish play?
Mm-mm.
Macbeth.
Okay.
Oh, I've said it.
Did you say the ending? Out, damn spot.
That's the last line.
Is it?
No, I don't know.
Oh.
But yeah, you're not allowed to say the name of that play in theater. You refer to it as the Scottish play.
Oh, man. I would forget all of these little rules.
Yeah, so it's like...
You just come in whistling, saying the last line. Just send all these thespians over the edge.
Farewell!
Fare thee well.
Macbeth.
Not that. Ladders, black cats.
Good luck.
Just put everyone right over the edge.
Have you been in a play ever? You must have been in a church play or something.
Well, yeah. I was in a radio play that was live. That was the whole gig with it, was that it was a live radio play.
Were you actually on the radio, or it was set to be like a radio?
It was a set to be a radio theater situation, and I was sound effects.
Oh, Foley.
Is that what it is?
You're Foley.
Motivational speaker. So it was like breaking
Axel Foley, Matt Foley.
all of the Foleys. And so the fun one about this particular one was the smashed bottle. And so we had the candy glass bottles, and every night we got to smash a bottle over the head.
That is fun. Over the head?
Yeah, smashed bottle. It was smashed over my head from behind.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Wow. That's cool.
It was fun.
Yeah. These are stories that I think I know a guy.
Pretty sure. Were you in that play?
I don't remember that, but I remember being in a radio style play.
I'm thinking it was Schroeder Hall, Warren E. Hallstrom type situation.
No,
Okay.
I'm picturing a different one where I was like a DJ in a radio station.
So I was in it. I believe Ryan and Janelle were my co-people inside sound effects booth. Foley.
Now we're just in
as
our
we
own
call it
world.
in the biz.
All our listeners are like, who are you talking about?
Yeah, okay.
Warren, Janelle,
Exactly. A little trip down
Ryan.
memory lane.
Kuhara.
Speaking of time machine. Wow. Speaking of time machine, are you caught up, or have you seen this Netflix series Dark?
Never heard of it.
Don't want to say any more. For all of our illegitimate children out there who love the sci-fis and have the Netflix, consider watching German show Dark. So it's in German, but it's lip subbed English, not read.
Okay.
And so it's reworded English. Amazing. I don't want to say too much. Just get in there. It's awesome.
Okay, now that we've gone down this road, Tales from the Loop.
No.
Tales from the Loop.
Tales from the Loop?
I can't remember if it's Prime or Netflix, but Tales from the Loop. So there's a famous painter who does these sort of sci-fi paintings.
Okay.
And they've based this whole series on his paintings. But it's kind of Twilight Zone-y, but
Rod
not.
Sterling.
And it's like, the thing I found interesting is that the actors, somebody in, say, episode 1 with a bit part that just walks by and says one line, will be the main star of like episode 8. And you're like,
Okay,
it's
sure.
all still
What's that guy again?
woven together. Yeah. And you see, takes you the whole series to see how it's all interwoven, but yet anyway.
I thought one time, this is one of the stories that's popping up in the Break-A-Leg. One time I thought I broke my knee. And true story. It sounds like a lead-in for a joke, but it's not. Remember, as a kid, coming across with my friends and my sister and her friends, coming across an enormous ant's nest, like big and bubbling from a movie, Ant's Nest. And the thing was like, okay, who's gonna, we were throwing rocks at it, but it was so big a rock would like just go into it. It was enormous. They're like, someone's got to stomp it. Like, no one's gonna stomp it. It's like, dare you to stomp it? Okay. And so went in to go stomp this ant's nest, and straight leg stomped it down, and then immediately like burst into tears. It had nothing to do with the ants. It had everything to do with like the angle that I jarred my knee.
Jarring without
And
bending.
I did this leg jar thing. I think I'm pretty sure I've broken something, and they're like, I'm so like like crying like a little kid because my knee is on fire and I'm like paralyzed. That's how it was as a kid. And they're like, oh, ants aren't that bad. You're so lame. And it's like, it had nothing to do with the ants. It was, I'm thinking, Kingdom.
So you probably thought you were going to sink further until your leg was fully extended or.
Yeah, however it worked
whatever.
out. I just jarred on myself and limped home with. Yeah. Cool. So that was my closest that I can think to personally breaking a leg. And then A little later, if you're good, I got another leg breaking story.
Leg breaking news. Yeah, bring it.
So that's fun.
Break a leg can also mean to make a strenuous effort. There are tons of references to the phrase being used that way, which predate the earliest theatrical good luck charm meaning. So, for example, Hammond Times, Indiana, 1942, which isn't as old as I thought this saying would go, but 1942, whatever the Army or Navy want, the Continental Roll and Steel Foundry will turn out or break a leg trying. So, and there's other references where it's just talking about the amount of effort you're exuding to do a certain task. So it is possible that when an actor was originally told to break a leg, it just meant go out there, put on an energetic, exciting performance, like break a leg trying, go all out.
Did you come across it as a bent leg?
Yes. So I don't know. Yeah. So I have a bunch of.
I thought that was interesting.
So here's a bunch that are not. Well, wait, should we get to that? Yeah. The word break has many meanings. The Oxford English Dictionary lists 57 distinct uses as a verb alone. So the most common interpretation of break is to deviate from a straight line, as in off break. So that, which is a cricketing term, to unstraighten the leg by bending at the knee, bowing, curtsying. So anytime, all of that is a break.
Right.
So break a leg could also be
the bow, the curtsy,
the bow at the end. It's referring to you've done such a great job. Take a bow.
Go do such a great job that you get a bow.
So here's a bunch of other ones where break a leg has a little nod to what's going on. So we talked about put on a performance so good enough you'll bend your knee, a curtsy to acknowledge the applause. Another one is to impress the audience so much that you will need to bend down to pick up the coins that they've thrown onto the stage. Did you hear that one?
No, that's a good one.
Another one was to pass out onto the stage to receive a curtain call, because the side curtains on the stage are known as legs.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's brilliant. I actually really like that one.
Yeah. So another one.
To get out there and break a leg.
Yeah.
Wow. That's a good one.
Another one, there was a famous actress named Sandra Bernhardt.
I know Sandra Bernhardt.
What? You saw this one?
No, but like Sandra Bernhardt. She's like a comedian. She got
no. Different. Sarah Bernhardt. Sorry. Okay. Sandra Bernhardt. Yeah. That's more modern. Sarah Bernhardt, theater actress. And she had one leg. And so she was famous. And so it was a nod to her. Supposedly. I don't believe that one.
Peggy Bernhardt.
Another one I saw on a...
Nothing? Okay.
I don't get it. Oh, I do get it. It's not leg heart. Peg leg?
Yeah, Peggy.
All right, get out there and peg leg.
She's got one leg.
I get it.
She's a peg leg.
Yeah,
she's Peggy. We just call her Peggy. If I have to explain them, it's not good.
Another one that I just heard while watching a different show, unrelated, and I was like, oh, I'm going to use that, was... go out there, especially if you're doing a classic play and you do such a good job that it's better than it's ever been done before. It's short for break a legend. So you go out there. This is already a classic play.
If we were playing Balderdash, I'm calling no good on that one.
Okay.
The wing one is brilliant.
Right. There's two more that one is not so great and the other one has grown huge. Like if you go online and search this, you'll see this one everywhere.
Yes.
But it's not true. You know where I'm going?
Yeah, I like that one.
Before we get to this one, Greek stomping. Did you hear about this one?
Yes.
The audience is so cheering so loudly, they're stomping their feet. In Greece, they stomp instead of clapping, and they stomp so loudly that they break their legs.
Right.
Cheering you on. So that would
it's
also
like
go out there and
we
break
will
a leg.
Rock you.
Yeah.
Stomp, stomp.
And so the goodie, the one that is false but fantastic is...
This is the best one. The 1865 assassination of Abraham Lincoln.
Yes.
With John Wilkes Booth, the actor turned assassin, leapt to the stage of the Ford Theater after the murder, breaking his leg in the process. So he kills Lincoln and jumps down and breaks his leg.
Yep.
Yeah. Break a leg.
That one is fantastic.
It's great.
I wish that's where it came from.
If it was in Balderdash, that would possibly get my vote.
But it would be kind of sad if it did come from that every time an actor goes on stage, it's like, hey, John Wilkes Booth, presidential assassination. You're basically referencing that every time.
We'll talk about weird references.
Go out there and shoot a Lincoln. How come that didn't catch on?
So this is weird. And okay, so I have no idea. We should have covered it in April, but this recent fact came to me talking about weird things like that. Of 420 with the whole weed culture thing. Yeah. I know very little of cannabis culture, the whole 420, and someone had brought up, and of course you're going to get the answer. Do you have any idea when Hitler's birthday is?
Is it really?
It is April 20th. So I'm like, no. Quickly Google. What?
That's not why, though.
I don't know. It's too weird. So I don't know if it was to recapture the day so that it's not Hitler's birthday, but it's more weed culture day as opposed to everyone talking about Hitler on April 20th as opposed to talking about weed.
That seemed weird. In this cancel culture, that should be done pretty soon.
Well, it's the same vein of Walt Disney's Frozen Head.
Yeah.
Where you override it with something more. So Walt Disney's Frozen Head, so that if you Googled Frozen and Disney pre the movie Frozen, the searches would all come up about Walt Disney's Frozen Head.
Right.
But now because the movie Frozen and Disney, all you get is the movie Frozen, and all that other stuff is pushed to the bottom of the algorithm.
Right. Shout out to Elsa.
And so yeah, you over jam something with a belief online to give it predominance in search.
Interesting.
And so if that's the case with the 420, because no one knows
I don't know if that's
Hitler's
true
birthday.
Because on April 20th, Facebook said there were 4 friends that had birthdays on that day, and Hitler wasn't one of them.
No. Well,
did he unfriend me?
Maybe.
Wait a minute.
Yeah. So to overtake what would have been like, you're not gonna have a Google picture of the day be
right
Defer and
right.
I guess easier to put up some a 5-leafed O than a
5-leafed
Google than a little mustache.
So as much as we like the John Wilkes Booth one, the earliest citation for in print of Break-A-Leg with a theatrical meaning is only 1948 from a U.S. newspaper, Charleston Gazette. And there was a question asked, what are some of the well-known superstitions of the theater? And it referenced that one, that you don't wish an actor good luck. You say instead, I hope you break a leg. But before, speaking of Hitler, there is... best segue ever. There is a... just wait. There is a German saying... Did you come across this already?
No, it's just the worst segue ever.
Speaking of Hitler, there's a German saying, Hals und Beinbruch.
Okay.
Hals und Beinbruch, meaning break your neck and leg, which dates back to at least World War II.
That sounds German.
As Luftwaffe slang, and is therefore earlier than any English version. So they're now thinking that it could have been older, but only in a different language. So it also could be, this is my favorite one, and believable. This might be a corruption of a Hebrew blessing, which is Hatzlaka Ubraka. I'm like, starting to sound like something.
Okay.
Hatzlaka Ubraka, meaning success and blessing, and they would German and Yiddish were commonly used in the Jewish contingent of the U.S. theater world. A lot of entertainment in U.S. history, it goes back to the Jewish immigration. And so Hatzlaka Ubraka.
That's close.
Break a leg.
So again, if you wrote that down in the balderdash, I might select you. That would have been a tough round.
Hatzlaka Ubraka.
That would have been a tough round in the balderdash. I don't see a lot of points going out for that
Here,
one.
I'm sorry for how long this is. I think it's 12 seconds. Here we go.
Okay, I'll talk partway through.
Put the cards on the stool.
The gaslight has a stool, doesn't it?
They do have a stool.
I should have put the stool in the car.
The stool is a big
Did you watch
thing.
this?
See the pickle?
I did see the pickle.
The pickle's funny.
The pickle is funny.
So,
Break a leg.
You recognize the voice, though?
He reminds me of the inconceivable
That's who
guy.
that is
Yeah.
on The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got the first view of that show. It was good.
I love it.
Lenny Bruce.
Yeah, I love it. I love it so much.
Yeah, and is he the boss of Bob Parr in The Incredibles?
Yes.
Yeah, it's all this distinct voice.
Yeah.
You can, which is just fantastic because you can just present like a troll, but as long as you're interesting voice,
Yeah.
those guys,
and even just his mouth movement, like he's unique.
Yeah, it's like it works for you.
Yeah.
The more,
I mean,
the more
he's
interesting
not
you
playing
are.
the leading male in
Leading man under the bridge.
yeah
Okay.
under the bridge.
Okay, so here's the story.
He's not getting leading roles.
Did I say that? I mean, so back in the day, a youth group that
Hatslaka Ubraka.
that were involved with
Chewbacca.
Yeah, it's like a Ubraka. Okay, so there was a local sound company that provided sound to the local ski hill, and so
Sound like music, you mean, or
yeah. So for the music that went all over the ski hill, they provided all like the sound gear and everything,
Okay.
so that it would be awesome while you're skiing or snowboarding. As a thank you, the ski company just here's the passes. Here's 4 passes, 7 days a week, anytime with so use them whoever doesn't not assigned to a person. Just 4 passes. Present this pass. You're good to go for your thing and rentals. So you
Okay.
could go try different stuff. So if you wanted to try so we often used that was where I first snowbladed and stuff, using the little.
how did you get that? You were in the sound.
So a guy from the church said, hey, I've got access to these things. Just let me know when you want them. And you get
Oh, wow.
And so it was fantastic. So we took kids up all the time who wouldn't otherwise
Be
get
able
a
to afford
chance
it or whatever,
to go up. So as long as they had an adult with them, boom, let's go up. And so me and one of the other leaders, so 2 of the other leaders took up these 2 young guys and to go snowboarding for the first time. The kid, it's like, do you want to we'll take it easy and Bunny Hill? It's like, nah, this looks, whatever. I've seen it on TV or all the rest of however teens work.
Yeah.
And he gets in, does a couple turns, he starts building up speed, doesn't know what to do with himself, does a turn quick, plants the front of the snowboard into the snow and continues his body rotating.
Oh, I know that. Yeah.
And he snapped both of his legs, all 4 bone, and just tic-tacked himself. And so he was in air casts for months. Poor kid. Yeah.
That's the other break-a-leg
That was
story?
the break-a-leg.
Break-a-leg. Break-a-legs.
Break-a-legs, all the bones. Yeah. He did himself in.
Wow.
Yeah, so that was an actual leg breaking scenario. Ugh. Yeah.
Ugh. Brutal.
Yeah, I think the other guys were just irritated that they couldn't ski anymore because they had to be compassionate and wait.
it's okay.
You'll be okay, buddy. Everything will be okay. Stupid kid. This is the last time I take an unfortunate kid up the mountain. Last time I show any compassion or goodwill, just wreck a good time.
That's funny. Well, we got a game we like to play.
We do. It's called The Riddlinks. Why don't you tell us a little bit how it goes?
Riddlink is a game that starts with a 2-part trivia-based question and requires a 2-part but overlapping answer. Hey, speaking of Riddlink and how it's played, I was watching Jeopardy the other day, and they basically, one of the categories was Riddlink.
It's called Before and After.
Before and Laughter.
Before and Laughter, okay.
Yeah, I'm like, that's a way better name than Riddlink.
No.
Before and Laughter?
The part I like about the Riddlink is that it has Ritalin in it.
Riddlin?
Yeah, and that is more...
Riddlin, okay?
Ritalin, okay. Yeah.
Anyway, I was like, they're playing Riddlink. I was slaying. I was getting all the answers.
Before and Laughter.
Before and Laughter.
That would package better than Ritalin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Because it would be a broader audience. But anyway, so...
All right, well, I've got a couple.
And so excuse our previous not giving shout-outs back, but we've been in a bit of a time warp ourselves.
Yeah, and I'm not even sure they played in order of recording. And
yeah, so thank you for those who did participate.
There was a few. We can do shout-outs without addressing which puzzle. So Dang Alano was out there.
Love that guy.
I'm trying to remember the username. Tara.
The Baron?
Yes. So they chimed in. Anyway,
The Escalade.
The Escalade, Maniac,
Nice.
Beetlebat.
That's fun. People we can remember off the top of our head.
So
like
yes,
that.
thank you for playing.
It's always good to jump
along.
in. Well, let me get going with the first one. Good luck omen to an actor keeps my calves toasty.
Good luck omen actor.
Good luck omen to an actor
Oh, to an actor.
keeps my calves toasty.
Break a leg warmer. Break a leg warmer. Nice.
Break a leg warmer. Fantastic. What you got for me?
The Hebrew saying means
Great.
success and blessing, especially when sung without instruments. I tried. I even got you to say it.
Shakalaka-poko. Boom shakalaka-poko.
Hatzlaka Ubraka.
Laka yubraka-poko.
Hatzlaka Ubraka.
It's acapella.
Yeah.
Hatzlaka
yubraka-pella.
Okay. Boom shakalaka-pella.
Boom shakalakapella.
Close enough.
Hatzlaka Ubraka Pella.
My Yiddish.
Okay, give me
is
another
not-
one.
My Yiddish is not so good. All right.
I speak Yid-ish.
Ish. This is wraps up some not so current affairs with some current affairs. John Wilkes Booth shot Chester Bennington. Now I'm numb.
What? Say it again.
There's a couple in there. John Wilkes Booth
Yeah.
shot Chester Bennington.
Is that Abraham Lincoln's real name?
No, Abraham Lincoln's real name is Abraham Lincoln.
Who's Chester Bennington?
Shot Chester Bennington's band. How's that?
Nope.
So what do you have for the first part?
John Wilkes Booth isn't a clue. That's a guy's name.
John Wilkes Booth shot. So who's John Wilkes Booth's? Who did he shoot?
Oh, I see. Okay, Abraham Lincoln Park?
Yep.
Wow.
He was the front man for Lincoln Park.
I see how you did that. Okay. I was dividing it in the wrong spot. Yeah, I was like,
Con or something?
John Wilkes. What was the whole thing? Give it to me again.
John Wilkes Booth shot Chester Bennington.
Oh, yeah, I should. I don't know Chester Bennington, but.
And then I included the Now I'm Numb because numb
Oh,
was...
that's what it was. I was like, I thought it was John Wilkes Booth shot Chester Bennington. Now I'm numb.
No, I tried to include a couple of things. I'm like, I'm not sure if he's up on his...
Now I Numb? Is that their song?
Numb is their probably one of the
yeah.
most famous songs.
I'm more of a Jurassic Park, not Lincoln Park.
Yeah, well, if it was Abraham Jurassic, I would have used that. But it wasn't.
Okay, I got one more, but why don't you tell people how they can play along?
Sure, you could reach out to us, all of our illegitimate children. And before you do, take a moment and check out HelloFresh.
Yes.
HelloFresh, our sponsor. We really appreciate them. Dinner is solved.
Dinner is solved. You can find them at hellofresh.ca.
Perfect.
For our Canadian listeners.
And to reach out to us, check us out on Instagram at the.village.idiom. Email us at thevillageidiompodcast@gmail.com, or whether it's Facebook, YouTube, or Twitter at 3 Minutes Gone.
Perfect. Okay, don't answer this, Skinny. This one is for our illegitimate children. Theatrical good luck with poached huevos and hollandaise.
That's awesome.
That's it.
Well, that's been fantastic putting it together. We've enjoyed it. We hope you have too. I'm Skinny.
I am Jurassic Hans und Beinbruch, Mark.
And these are the Village Idioms.
Break a leg, break a leg, break a leg.
Break up.
That's 3 minutes gone.